Have you ever been in the middle of an intimate moment with a woman and noticed her raising her legs and thought to yourself, what on earth does that mean? Maybe you assumed it's just a random move, or maybe you thought it's purely about comfort. But let me tell you something, her body is speaking to you, louder than words ever could. Every movement she makes during intimacy, every subtle shift, every gesture, it's a message. And understanding these signals is the difference between being someone she enjoys a casual encounter with and being someone who truly connects with her, someone she wants to come back to again and again. Raising her legs isn't just a physical reaction, it's a combination of psychology, biology, and communication, all wrapped up in one simple action. It's her way of signaling desire, trust, and sometimes even a little playful challenge. But most guys miss it. Most guys either don't notice or they see it as a cue to just do more of the same without understanding the deeper message behind it. And that's a shame because once you start paying attention to her body language, everything changes. Suddenly, you're not guessing what she wants, you know. You're tuned in, responsive, and the intimacy between you skyrockets. Today, I want to break this down for you. I'm going to give you 5 key reasons why women raise their legs during sex, and more importantly, what it's really telling you about her feelings, her desires, and how she's experiencing the moment. These aren't just tips, they're insights into connection, pleasure, and trust. So pay close attention, because if you can read this, if you can respond with care and confidence, you're not just having sex, you're creating an experience that leaves her wanting more every single time. Suddenly, you're not guessing what she wants, you know. You're tuned in, responsive, and the intimacy between you skyrockets. So, why does she mice her legs? Let's break it down. First, it's about closeness and connection. When she lifts her legs, she's inviting you in, both physically and emotionally. It's her body saying, I want more intimacy. I want to feel closer to you. And when you notice this, respond, and match that energy, it creates a feedback loop of trust and desire that makes the connection almost electric. It's not just about pleasure, it's about the bond you're building in that moment. Second, it amplifies pleasure for both of you. Her body is naturally positioning itself for maximum stimulation, guiding you without a single word. And when you follow her lead, when you tune in to the angles and the signals she's giving, the experience becomes more intense, more enjoyable, and more memorable. Third, it's a sign of trust. She doesn't expose herself like this to just anyone. When she's raising her legs, she's letting go of control, trusting you completely. That vulnerability is powerful, and responding with care and attentiveness makes her feel safe, respected, and seen. Fourth, it can be a playful power move. Sometimes she raises her legs to tease, to invite, to subtly challenge you. She's expressing desire in her own playful way, daring you to step up and meet her energy. Finally, it's her body communicating pleasure. This is one of the simplest truths. Her raised legs are a signal that she's enjoying the moment. By being aware of these cues, staying attuned and responding thoughtfully, you're showing her that you understand her on a level deeper than words ever could. The key takeaway here is simple. Raising her legs isn't random. It's a combination of connection, pleasure, trust, playfulness, and communication. And if you can read these signals, respond with confidence, and match her energy, you're not just having sex, you're creating an experience she'll remember and crave. So next time you notice her doing this, pay attention, connect, respond, and see how it transforms your intimacy into something unforgettable. Let's talk about pleasure, because this is where things get really interesting. When a woman raises her legs during intimacy, it's not just a random reflex. It's her body naturally optimizing the experience, positioning herself in a way that feels incredible. And here's the thing, it's not just about her pleasure, it's about yours too. Her body is essentially guiding you, giving you the perfect angles, the perfect rhythm, the perfect positioning that can turn an ordinary encounter into something extraordinary. Think about it. Her legs lifting, her body opening up, her muscles responding instinctively. It's her way of saying, this is what works for me. This is what I enjoy. And if you pay attention, you can use that as your roadmap to make the experience more intense for both of you. Now, most guys completely miss this. They see the gesture and think, okay, I'll just keep going the same way, without noticing the subtle cues she's giving. But if you actually watch her body, if you tune in to the slight shifts, the tightening of her muscles, the way she moves in response to your touch, you'll notice there's a whole conversation happening without a single word. Her raised legs are her feedback. They're telling you what feels good, what she wants more of, and where she wants your attention. When you respond to this, when you adjust, when you meet her body halfway, the pleasure multiplies exponentially. It's like her body is lighting the path and you get to follow it, creating a shared rhythm of desire that's almost electric. But here's the deeper truth. The amplification of pleasure isn't just physical, it's emotional too. When a woman raises her legs and you notice, when you respond, when you really pay attention, it builds connection. She feels seen, she feels understood, and that emotional resonance makes everything feel more intense. Pleasure and connection are inseparable. She's giving you signals, and when you respond in a way that acknowledges her body's language, the moment transforms from simple physicality into something intimate, something memorable. And don't forget the playful aspect. Sometimes raising her legs is her way of inviting you to explore, to tease, to push boundaries in a safe, consensual way. It's an invitation for you to step up, to be present, to match her energy and desire. When you do, the intensity skyrockets because both of you are fully engaged, fully attuned, fully immersed in the experience. So next time you notice her raising her legs, don't just see it as a position, see it as guidance, see it as communication, see it as an opportunity. Tune in to her signals, follow her lead, and watch how the pleasure between you doesn't just increase, it transforms. Her body is giving you everything you need to create an experience that's unforgettable for both of you. And that, my friend, is the secret behind why her legs go up. It's not just desire, it's an invitation to feel everything more fully together. When a woman raises her legs during intimacy, it's not just a physical gesture, it's a signal that she feels safe with you. Think about it for a moment. She's allowing herself to be completely vulnerable, exposing a part of herself that most people don't get to see. Her body is open, unguarded, and she's putting her faith in you to respond with care, respect, and attentiveness. That act of vulnerability isn't small, it's a huge deal. And recognizing it changes everything. When you notice this, when you respond to it with awareness, it communicates back to her that you value her trust, that you're attuned to her needs, and that you're someone she can truly let her guard down with. Trust and intimacy isn't just about being physically safe. It's about emotional safety too. She's saying, I feel comfortable enough to let go. I trust you not to take advantage. I trust you to meet me where I am. And if you ignore this or rush through it without noticing, that moment of vulnerability can pass without the connection deepening. But if you see it, if you respond with presence, it elevates the experience. You're no longer just two bodies in a room, you're two people sharing a deeply human connection where safety, desire, and intimacy converge. Her raised legs are also a test in a way. It's a subtle challenge that says, are you paying attention? Can you read my signals? Can you meet me with the respect and sensitivity I deserve? When you meet that challenge, it creates a feedback loop of trust and desire. She relaxes, she opens up even more, and what follows is often an entirely different level of intimacy. It's not just about what you're doing physically, it's about the emotional dance you're sharing. She's giving you access to a part of her that is incredibly private, and how you respond to that access shapes her experience in a profound way. And here's the most important point. Trust builds connection, and connection amplifies everything. The pleasure, the closeness, the intensity. When she raises her legs and you see it as a sign of trust, when you honor that trust by being present, responsive, and attentive, you're creating an experience that goes far beyond just physical sensation. You're creating a memory, a bond, a moment that stays with her. So next time you notice her raising her legs, pause for a moment and recognize it for what it truly is. It's not just a move, it's a declaration of trust, a silent communication that says, I feel safe with you. And when you respond in kind, the intimacy doesn't just happen, it grows, deepens, and becomes something unforgettable for both of you. Now let's talk about playfulness, because this is where things get really fun. When a woman raises her legs during intimacy, sometimes it's not just about pleasure or trust, it's a playful, teasing way of taking control in her own subtle, seductive way. Think about it. She's inviting you in, but she's also giving you a challenge, a little nudge that says, I want you, and I'm not afraid to show it, but can you rise to meet me? It's her way of flirting through body language, of setting the pace, and of letting you know that she's fully engaged in enjoying herself. And here's the magic of it. When you recognize this and respond, it turns the encounter into a playful dance rather than just a physical act. This playful power move is about energy. She's showing desire, yes, but she's also testing the dynamic between you two. She wants to see if you're present, if you can match her enthusiasm, if you can pick up on the subtle cues her body is giving. And when you do, it's incredibly validating for her. It communicates that you're tuned in, that you're paying attention, and that you're not just going through the motions. It transforms the energy in the room from ordinary to electric, because now it's a shared experience where both of you are actively participating in the rhythm of desire. But it's not just a challenge, it's an invitation. She's inviting you to step up, to engage fully, to respond to her energy in real time. It's a playful form of communication that's as much about connection as it is about physical pleasure. And here's the thing most guys miss. When you respond with confidence and attentiveness, you're not just pleasing her, you're elevating the entire experience. You're creating a sense of intimacy that's alive, dynamic, and exciting. And let's not forget the teasing element. The playful power move can create anticipation, tension, and excitement. It makes every touch, every movement, every kiss feel charged with intention. She's guiding you, testing you, and engaging you all at once. And if you can match her energy, the pleasure multiplies because it's not just physical, it's emotional, psychological, and intensely connecting. So, the next time you notice her raising her legs, consider the possibility that it's playful, that it's a subtle power move, and that she's inviting you to engage with her fully. Don't just react mechanically. Respond with presence, with confidence, and with awareness of the energy she's creating. When you do, what you get in return is far more than pleasure. You get connection, excitement, and an intimacy that feels alive, reciprocal, and unforgettable. That, my friend, is the real power behind this playful gesture. Now, let's get to one of the simplest yet most powerful truths. When a woman raises her legs during intimacy, her body is literally communicating pleasure. This is one of those things that seems obvious when you think about it, but most men completely overlook the depth of what's happening. Every movement she makes, every shift in her position, every subtle quiver or tightening of muscles, these are all signals. Her body is giving you feedback without words, telling you what feels amazing, what excites her, and what she wants more of. It's like she's guiding you, quietly but clearly, through the experience, showing you exactly how to connect with her in the most pleasurable way possible. The remarkable thing about this is that it's instinctual. She doesn't have to think about it. Her body knows, her body responds. And when you start noticing these cues, you realize that pleasure isn't just a solo experience. It's a conversation, a dance between two people. Her raised legs are a part of that conversation. She's opening herself up and trusting you to respond. And when you respond attentively, matching her rhythm, noticing the angles, following her lead, you're telling her without words that you understand her body, that you're paying attention, that you care about her enjoyment. That, in turn, makes the experience more intense for both of you. But there's also an emotional layer here. When a woman's body communicates pleasure, it's not just about physical sensation, it's about feeling seen and understood. If you ignore her signals, you miss out on the opportunity to truly connect. But if you tune in, if you respond thoughtfully, you create a feedback loop where pleasure grows, trust deepens, and intimacy intensifies. It's this mutual awareness that turns ordinary encounters into extraordinary ones. And here's the most exciting part. Her body communicating pleasure can also be playful and inviting. It's not just about signaling what feels good, it's also a way of saying, I'm enjoying this. Keep going. Explore me. When you recognize that, when you respond with attentiveness and confidence, the energy between you two becomes dynamic, alive, and electric. Every touch, every movement, every moment becomes part of a shared language of desire. So the next time you notice her raising her legs, don't just see it as a position or a reflex. See it as her body speaking to you, as an opportunity to connect on a deeper level. Tune in to the signals, respond thoughtfully, and watch how the experience transforms. Her body is giving you everything you need to create an encounter that is not just pleasurable, but unforgettable for both of you. So here's the takeaway. Every time a woman raises her legs during intimacy, it's not random. It's her body speaking to you, communicating desire, trust, pleasure, and even a little playful challenge. It's an invitation to tune in, to respond, and to connect on a level far deeper than words ever could. The way you notice and respond to these signals can completely transform your intimacy. It's not just about physical pleasure, it's about creating an experience where she feels seen, understood, and desired in a way that makes her want to come back to you again and again. Now, here's what I want you to do. The next time you're with her, slow down for a moment. Pay attention. Watch the signals her body is giving you. Notice how she moves, how she reacts, and how she communicates without saying a single word. Respond thoughtfully, be present, and match her energy. Treat her gestures as a conversation, not just cues. When you do this, the difference is night and day. You're not just going through the motions, you're creating intimacy that's unforgettable, electric, and deeply connecting. So start today. Notice, respond, connect, and see how it changes everything between you two. Make the effort to understand her body, to honor her signals, and to engage fully. When you do, you're not just making her feel good, you're becoming the kind of partner she'll truly remember, the kind of connection that feels rare, exciting, and alive. If you found this helpful, here's my challenge. Take what you've learned today, put it into action, and watch the transformation. And if you want more insights on reading her signals, understanding her desires, and building that kind of magnetic connection, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and join me for more tips that will completely change the way you connect with women.